Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us for our next session. My next session. Okay, today we're going to talk about Sundays. In this lesson, you'll talk about some adverbs of frequency, what you normally do on Sundays, what you occasionally do. We're going to talk about some memories. We'll get some idioms and some tongue twisters in this activity. So, if you're ready, come on into the Hangout and join me for a great lesson talking about Sundays. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start. If you're ready, come on in and join me. Okay, very good. All right, well, it's time for us to go ahead and begin our class. So if you're ready to come on in and join me in the Hangout, that'd be great. We'll go ahead and get our lesson started for today. Okay, I see that I've got a couple of listeners. Okay, but if you're able to, come on in and join me for the lesson on Sundays. Okay, good, great. So let's see. David, welcome back. It's great to have you back for another great lesson. So,
Yes, hi Carissa. Lose your
hi,
connection in the last lesson,
yes.
but
All
was
right.
almost in the end. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, good. Good to have you back for this lesson. Um, yeah, so this is actually a general topic, but it's very interesting. All of us have our routines and memories and preparations that we make on Sundays. So I'm interested to hear what you have to say about Sundays.
Sundays. Okay. Sundays, I think for the most of the people I like very relaxing, rest from the job, rest maybe from the school, from the routine, get up, sorry, wake up late, uh, take the breakfast in your bed maybe.
Yes, that is very nice. I'm going to type just a quick note here in the chat box. Okay, so I'm going to say here, I like. Uh-huh, very good. Okay, so when we talk about breakfast, okay, in some languages you do say take breakfast. Usually in English, we use the verb eat. Or you can say have. For example, I like to have breakfast in bed. Well, that's
Yeah.
nice. So that must mean that someone makes breakfast for you. Is that right? Or do you cook your
Well,
own breakfast?
yeah, if there is no one in your house, maybe you cook and after you go to the bed or eat.
All right, yeah. So you'd say there, so you would cook breakfast and then eat it in bed.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, that nice and comfortable, nice comfortable way to have breakfast. Okay, very good. Okay, let's also welcome Ana Paula. Good, you're able to join us. Ana, how are you today?
Hello, Carissa. I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing just fine. Doing great today. Thank you. All right. Well, I'm happy that you're able to join us, Anna. Anna, as you can see or you could hear, we're talking about Sundays. Okay, so please tell us, is Sunday a work day for you or a rest day?
No, it's a rest day. In part because some days, some Sundays, I work at home. Every weekend I work hard in my house because I have too much things to do.
Yes. So sometimes there are just way too many things to do. You're absolutely right about that. So you have to work on Sundays. For example, I work on Sundays. Yep, I'm working on Sundays. And it's a good thing because that means you can take classes on Sundays.
Of course, I'm prepare classes for the next week or Monday, or I read some paper from my students, or I correct some projects. Anyway, I have too many things to do.
So it's actually partly a rest day, but mostly a work day.
Yeah, but today, especially, as we have in a Mundial in Brazil, and
Uh-huh.
in Fortaleza, there are some uh, games. So, in a part of the day, I was in a small bar to see the game and to enjoy with some friends.
Okay, good, good. So you're giving me some really good information here. That's really nice. All right. All right, I want to go ahead and talk a little bit. I want to show you, let's see if I can do a screen share. I'm going to try to do that. Ah, good. There we go. Okay. Okay, very good. So, I think you can see my screen now. I'm going to actually make it a little bit bigger because I want to share some information with you. Okay, so we've talked about what you normally do on Sundays, okay? Let's um let's take a look at something that I found online as I was preparing this lesson on Sundays. Can you both see the screen?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Now, this I found very interesting. Okay, let's see. David, can you please read what's on the screen at the top?
Sure, Lisa. It's Sunday, rest day, work day.
Okay, it looks like the screen didn't change. Okay, let me come out of here and okay, it didn't change. Okay, there you go. All right, are you able to see the different slide now?
Yeah, I know the slide. I can see it.
Okay. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead and read that for me, David.
Premium silk men's pajamas, only $89. Have you ever heard of sweet pajamas? What do you think about them?
Okay. David, have you ever heard of suit jamas?
No, actually, I haven't heard. But it's very, how can I say, very creative.
It's
More,
very creative.
yeah.
Okay. So, do you think that you would wear suit jamas on Sundays?
Uh, no, yeah, I don't think so because it's, it's, it's weird or strange because if you want to sleep, I mean, sleep is like maybe almost naked or only a short or a t-shirt. It's not like being formal. It's the opposite, being formal.
Okay. All right. That's true. So you don't really want to wear formal wear. Okay, now, Anna, you
Yeah.
work on Sundays. Okay, so what if there was a female version of suit jamas? Do you think you would wear suit jamas on Sundays?
Yes. During all the day on Sundays, I have a sweet salmon.
Yeah, I saw a video on YouTube, and it was a video of a morning show, two morning show hosts, and the female morning show host gave uh, her co-host suit jamas as a gift, and he wore them on a Sunday morning, on a weekend morning, and you could see him washing dishes and cooking and taking out the garbage in his suit jamas. The only thing he said is that because the suit jamas are made of silk, they were hot.
Yeah.
Silk is not really a breathable fabric.
Yes, and the pajamas is very comfortable.
Yeah, they would feel comfortable and nice, but I think they would just be a little hot. All right, very good. Good job. Okay, let's go ahead. I want to show you just a couple of other things. We um we talked a little bit about your Sunday routine, okay? And I think David mentioned having breakfast in bed. Okay, let's talk about how much you sleep on Sundays. Okay, so David, do you get to sleep more on Sundays?
Yeah, for sure, teacher. Almost at noon, if I can. If I
Do you like to?
can, maybe at noon.
Yes. Oh, that's
The
great
most
to be able to sleep
possible,
until noon.
the most possible hours, I think.
Yes, if it were quiet, yeah, that would be nice to sleep until noon.
Yeah, for
What
sure.
about you, Anna? Do you get to sleep more on Sundays?
Of course, I naturally sleep until 8 or 9 on Sundays.
Ah,
And
okay.
after that, I keep in my bed a little bit more because in weekdays I wake up very early.
Ah, so you get to stay in bed a little longer.
Yeah,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So, and what time do you wake up on Monday mornings?
it's 6 a.m.
Ah,
every
okay. Every morning at 6 a.m.
day.
Okay. And what about you, Debbie? What time do you wake up during the week?
Oh, it sure depends of the hour of the class in the
Uh-huh.
college. For example, days that I have to wake up most early, but days maybe I have class in the afternoon. So it's a little relative.
Okay, good. So it just depends upon what you have to do. Very good. All right. Now I'd like you to check the chat for me. Okay. So, okay, there, your sentence should say, there are days that I have to wake up earlier. Okay, so you can use your comparative verb there. Earlier. Mm-hmm. Good. Yes, I also have days where I have to wake up earlier as well. Because I live in Costa Rica, I'm 2 hours behind New York time. So if I have a 7 a.m. class, for me it's actually 5 a.m. So I
Yeah.
have to be up at least by 4:15 or 4:30 in order to be ready for the class at 5 a.m.
Mm.
Yep. So I have to wake up earlier on some days as well. So yes, on days where I can sleep a little longer, I also like to stay in bed. Okay, very good. All right, very good. So let's move on. Let's talk about some things that you eat on Sundays. Now, this is interesting for me because when I was growing up, um, it was customary for us to eat a bigger breakfast on Sundays.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So because you have more time to cook a bigger breakfast. So for me and for my family, we would have, I'm going to type here in the chat box, we'd have eggs, bacon or sausage, um,
No.
eggs, bacon or sausage, some type of potatoes, which we call hash browns, and pancakes. I used to love to make pancakes when I was younger. Pancakes pancakes, and I'll say with butter, pancakes with butter and syrup. Okay, so that tends to be a big breakfast for us in the United States. Okay, usually during the week you don't have time. You don't really have time to make a big breakfast during the week. Okay, all right, very good. So what about you, Maria? What kind of breakfast do you eat on Sunday mornings? I'm sorry, not Maria. Anna, Anna, what kind of breakfast do you eat on Sunday mornings?
Yes, I on Sunday morning my breakfast is longer because I have too much time, and then I usually eat some bread, cheese, and coffee, and some fruits and juice, and I talk a little bit with my daughter because in other days we don't have time to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's nice. And you make a good point, Anna. That was something that I enjoyed doing when I was younger as well. My mother and I would spend time talking to each other on Sundays and listening to classical music as we ate our big breakfast,
Yes.
especially on cold winter mornings. That was our Sunday morning routine.
Yes, it's very nice. It's a very good idea.
Yes, it really is. Unfortunately, we may not have time to do that every day, but it is really nice to be able to do. Okay. All right. I just want to mention something. When we talk about the size of our breakfast, okay, we can use words like bigger breakfast. Okay, if you're making a comparison. So in the chat box, I've written, I eat a bigger breakfast on Sundays. You could also say, I eat a smaller or simpler breakfast during the week. Okay, and I typed that in the chat box for you.
I eat a
Okay, so
smaller or simpler breakfast. Okay.
very good. So this is a good lesson because it helps us to use comparative words. Okay, like bigger, smaller, larger, simpler, things like that. Okay, good. All right. Okay, so we've heard from Anna. Let's talk to David. David, tell me what kind of breakfast you eat on Sundays.
Yeah, yeah, it's the same for me because in the normal everyday you are always in a rush, in a hurry for the time, maybe a cup of coffee and bread. But in Sundays, you have, like you say, you have more time to spend cooking or maybe to buy a different ingredient for the breakfast that maybe you like to taste. So it's yeah, it's more bigger. I think maybe chocolate, coffee, bread, some fruits, eggs, uh, things that for food of my country. I don't know how to say, but yeah, it's bigger and
Mm-hmm.
more delicious than normal.
Yeah, because you can spend more time preparing your meal. That's right. You can, and yeah, that's true. Especially if you like to cook with someone else. Okay, so maybe Anna, maybe you and your daughter can prepare a breakfast together on Sunday mornings. Or David, if you're married, maybe you and your wife like to cook breakfast together on Sunday mornings. Mm-hmm.
And you can eat with more time. You can enjoy the food better because in the early days, like it fast and by.
Mm-hmm. Good, very good. So you can really enjoy your meal. I have just a couple of things in the chat box. All right. I think I'm hearing more bigger. Okay. In this case, you just use the comparative word bigger. Okay. So, for example, I can eat a bigger breakfast on Sundays. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you mentioned food from your country. You could say typical food.
Typical food. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
you are in Costa Rica. You know arepas. You
Yes, I do. I do.
arepas. Yeah, it's like South American. I don't think anymore because it's very typical from here. But yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Usually, a typical breakfast here in Costa Rica includes what we call gallo pinto.
Gallo pinto. Chicken.
Uh-huh. No, no. It's a mix. It's a mix of beans and rice. And it's prepared with garlic and onion and sweet peppers and some type of cilantro. And there's a sauce here called salsa lisano. That people prepare it with that. So it's rice and beans, and you usually have it with either eggs, some type of sausage, cheese, a piece of white cheese, and tortillas.
Tortillas like crepes or like waffles.
No, really, these are just tortillas, just soft tortillas, and they're maybe about the size of your hand. And usually, people here tend to, especially housewives, they tend to make tortillas by hand. And people say that handmade tortillas taste better as opposed to buying them in a packet. But that would be a typical breakfast here. And lots of people drink coffee here. Costa Rica produces coffee, so a breakfast cannot be complete without coffee. And if you don't drink coffee, then maybe some type of hot tea, juice, or agua dulce is what they call it here. It's uh, sugarcane juice, sugarcane juice with hot water. So, all right, so yeah, so that would be a typical breakfast. And also sour cream cannot be missing. The natilla here cannot be missing.
Natilla
Okay,
for
yeah.
Christmas. Yeah. Oh,
Uh-huh.
oh yeah.
Exactly, exactly. All right. Speaking about eating, it was typical in our family to have what we would call a Sunday dinner. Okay,
Mm,
now Sunday dinner for us is very big. You invite your family over to your home Sunday evening, and either your grandmother or your mother made a big, big Sunday dinner, and everyone sat around the table eating, laughing, and talking. Okay, we would have a big Sunday dinner. Okay, and what about you, Anna? Do you tend to have a big Sunday dinner with your family?
Um, no, because on Sundays I usually go out to my daughter with my daughter to a restaurant.
Ah, okay, okay. Now, do you have a particular restaurant that you go to, or do you go to different restaurants?
I prefer to go to a different restaurants in many in each restaurants, or sometimes my daughter and me we prefer to go to the same restaurant because we know uh, exactly what we have.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Okay, so you mentioned a couple of things. Okay, so let's say it this way. So we like to try or we like to eat at a
Uh,
different a
mhm.
different restaurant each week.
Okay.
Okay, I'm typing here. So at a different restaurant each week. Okay, so you started off your sentence very well. We like to eat at a different restaurant each week. Or you used a very good time adverb. Sometimes we eat at
Uh,
because we know the food.
okay. Right.
Because uh, we know what food they have.
Okay.
Hmm. Okay, good. Anna, your sentence structure is looking very good. Very nice. Very nice.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. And so David, tell us, do you eat a big Sunday dinner with your family?
Actually, no. Here there isn't that kind of costume or habit. It's more
Mhm.
like a Sunday lunch. Maybe in 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 another maybe in grandma house or grandpa house where you visit your family and have a big lunch. Come the uncles, all the family, and stay together, talk, laugh, and have fun.
Good. Very good. All right. Excellent. Okay, good. All right, so you could say there you eat at your grandparents' house. Okay, so that includes either your grandmother's house to your grandfather's house. Um, okay, David, I'm noticing something that you do. You speak a lot in the second person. Okay, you say a lot you. You eat at your grandparents' house. You do this or you do that. Um, sometimes we do that in English as well. But you can also try to speak more in the first person. Okay, and then that way you could use some time adverbs. Okay, Anna gave us a good example. Okay, so she said sometimes we eat at the same restaurant. Okay, so you could say sometimes, or you could say we usually eat at my grandparents' house, or I usually eat at my grandfather's house. Okay, depending on what you want to say.
Okay.
hmm Okay, very good. Now this is, I actually like smaller classes a little bit better because everybody gets a chance to speak more.
Yeah, I like to.
Yeah, it's actually great. Okay, very good. Okay, good. So we've talked about some memories. We've talked about some customs that we have for Sundays. Now, I'd like to talk about an idiom. Okay, there are a couple of idioms that I'd like to show you. Okay, so I'm gonna type one of those idioms in the chat box for you.
Okay.
Okay, just give me 1 second. I need to copy and paste. Okay, there you go. All right, so here's the idiom. In one's Sunday best. Okay, now I'll give you a little history about Sunday best, okay? In some cultures, it's common for people to go to church on Sunday or to some religious service on Sunday. And when you go to a religious service, um, you usually wear your nicer clothes. Okay,
Mm.
so your clothes are not only clean, they're properly ironed, but it's the best. It's your best clothes, okay, because you're going to the house of God. So you want to wear your best clothes. Now, that's where this expression came from, in your Sunday's best. Okay, so this is how you can use that. For example, I could say, I'm going to give you a couple of example sentences in the chat box.
Okay.
All right, there you go. All right, so I'm going to ask Anna. Anna, can you please read what I just typed in the chat box?
Yeah, of course. Just a second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All the children were dressed up in their Sunday best. I like to be in my Sunday best whenever I go out. Let's get into our Sunday best and go out for dinner.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you can see in these three sentences how Sunday's best is used. Okay, in the first sentence, all the children were, there's your verb to be, dressed up, and now here comes your phrase, in their Sunday best. You could
Uh-huh.
also say, in my Sunday best, or in our Sunday best.
Mhm.
Okay, so here's my question, Anna. This will be for you. I'll start with you. When do you get into your Sunday best clothes?
Um, yes, when I am going to a church, I wear my best clothes. Or when I am go to to the restaurant with some friends, I usually to wear my best clothes too, or
Mm-hmm.
my shoes because I prefer new shoes than new clothes.
Oh, really? Okay. So you love shoes.
Oh my gosh, yeah. As I think all the women love new shoes.
And how many pairs of shoes do you have?
Ah. I'm not sure, but I think I have more than 20 pairs of shoes.
Oh, wow. Well, I'll tell you something, Anna.
I like to buy new shoes every day.
Yes. Well, I'll tell you something.
Yeah.
My mother also loves to buy shoes. She has a shoe room in her house. She
Wow.
has a whole room for her shoes, and she has like 4 or 5 racks of
Wow.
shoes. And she has them
Okay.
organized in according to color. So she has her
Uh-huh.
black shoes, her white shoes, her brown shoes, and then she has her high heel shoes, her flat shoes. She has her
Wow.
boots. She has her running shoes, her casual shoes.
And does she borrow you some pair of shoes?
Well, she can't loan me shoes because we don't wear the same size, unfortunately. Unfortunately, my feet are bigger than hers, so I cannot fit her shoes.
This has happened the same with me and my daughter.
Yes, it would be wonderful if I could wear her shoes. I would be so happy.
Yeah.
Actually, actually, she does have some larger shoes, and so sometimes she has given me some shoes that I can wear, so I'm pretty happy about that. All right, very good. Okay, so David, let me ask you the question. When do you get into your Sunday best clothes?
Okay. I think when I go out with my friends or when I go out with my family or visit my grandpa house for for the lunch. Um, yeah,
Okay, very good. All right, so when I visit my grandfather's house for lunch. Okay, good. So you wear your Sunday best. Excellent. Now it's interesting because usually people who are our grandparents' age, they tend to always be in their Sunday best. I think when I think about my grandparents, my grandparents are well, my mother's parents are deceased now, but they would always, when they went out in public, anytime they went out in public, they would have on their Sunday best. A lot of younger people tend not to wear their Sunday best. Um, Not all, but some. They really don't. They don't take the time to really uh, to really care about wearing their best clothes out. Sometimes. All right, very good. Excellent job. All right, let's talk about a different idiom. Okay, this is an idiom that it's true, and sometimes it actually drives me crazy. Um, here's here's the idiom in the chat box. Sometimes because people are very move at a very slow pace on Sundays because they're resting and they take things at a slower pace. Some people even drive slower on Sundays. Okay, David, can you please read what I have in the chat box?
sure, Carissa. As slow and leisure Okay, a slow and leisurely driver who appears to be silent and enjoying the view, holding up traffic in the process.
Yes. Okay, so it's someone who drives very slowly. They don't care about the people who are behind them, the drivers who are behind them, and they appear to be sightseeing. They're looking at everything as they drive. Now, that drives me crazy to be behind a Sunday driver, especially if I have to be somewhere quickly. Um, yeah, that drives me insane. So, David, tell me, are you a Sunday driver sometimes?
Teacher, unfortunately, I don't have license, uh, but if I maybe if I could have license, I think no, because I like fast. I like to drive fast.
All right, so we have Fast and the Furious here.
Okay.
All right, very good. All right, Anna, tell us, are you a Sunday driver?
Um, Not because as a Davi, I like to drive not too faster, but not too slowly. And
Mhm.
then, but I prefer to drive on Sundays because in my city the traffic is very, very confusing and very bad. So I am very quiet and confident in during my when I drive on Sundays.
Okay, good. Okay, so what I'm hearing is that you don't drive very fast. Okay. And you could also say, for example, I drive the speed limit.
Ah,
Mhm.
okay, right.
Okay. Yep. So if you drive the speed limit, then of course it's not too fast and it's not too slow. Okay, it's just
Ah,
right.
okay. Yeah, because I have to. I'm afraid of to receive some penalty or penalty. I don't know.
Uh-huh. Here's what you can say. I'm afraid of getting a ticket, a speeding ticket.
Ah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I don't like speeding tickets either. I I work too hard to earn my money to just give it away, paying for a speed ticket.
Yes, I feel the same like you.
No, I want to keep my money, or at least spend it in the way that I want to, not paying a speeding ticket. Okay, very good. Okay, yeah, so those are two idioms that we can use that include the word Sundays. Okay, very good. Now let's try a little something different. Let's loosen up our tongues a little bit. I have a couple of tongue twisters. And they're short ones. They're short tongue twisters. So what I'll do, I'm going to put the two tongue twisters here in the chat box. Now, both of these tongue twisters will have you practicing the S sound. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is to listen carefully first. Okay, then you're going to say, are you going to repeat the tongue twister slowly? And then you're going to try to say it faster. Okay? All right, so listen to the first sentence. Sally sang songs on Sundays. Okay, listen to it again. Sally sang songs on Sundays. Okay, now listen to it faster. Sally sang songs on Sundays.
Okay.
All right, good. Now it's your turn. I'd like you to try it. Okay, David, let's start with you. Please read the tongue twister slowly and then read it again faster.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to try. Sally sang okay, okay. Sally sang songs on Sundays. Yep,
Good.
faster. Sally sang songs on Sundays.
Good, good. Tafi, your S sound is perfect. Great job. Great job. Okay, Anna, your turn.
Okay. Sally sang song on Sundays. Sally sang song on Sundays.
Good, excellent job. Okay, and you want to work on that because sometimes your pronunciation of S, the S sound can be a bit challenging, but using tongue twisters like this will definitely help you. Okay, let's try a different one. Okay, the second one is this. Sly Sam slurps Sally's soup. Okay, listen to it again faster. Sly Sam slurps Sally's soup. Okay, Anna, this time I'm going to start with you.
Sly Sam slurps Sally's soup. Sly Sam slurps Sally's soup.
Good job, Anna. Great pronunciation.
Oh, thank you.
Good. You're welcome. Okay, David, your turn, please.
Yeah. Sly Sam loves Sally's soup. Sly Sam loves Sally's soup.
Good. Excellent job. Okay, so I see that you both are doing an excellent job with your S sounds. All right, now in honor of the fact that tomorrow is Monday, I also have a tongue twister that's a little bit longer, but it includes the word Monday. All right, so let's try it. Okay, listen to it first, and we're going to do the same thing. Say it first slowly, and then another time faster. Marilyn made maniac monkeys mingle Monday morning while munching marvelous mangoes. Ooh! Okay, listen to it again. Marilyn made maniac monkeys mingle Monday morning while munching marvelous mangoes. Okay, I'll say it one more time faster. Marilyn made maniac monkeys mingle Monday morning while munching marvelous mangoes. All right, David, are you ready? Go ahead,
Yeah.
David.
Faster or normal?
One time slowly and the second time faster.
Okay, guys. Marilyn made maniac monkeys mango Mondays morning while munching marvelous mangoes. Yeah. Okay. Marilyn made a maniac monkey's mango Monday morning while munching marvelous mangoes.
Good. You did a good job. Okay, now one word that I'd like you to pronounce again is the word mingle.
Yeah,
Mingle.
mingle. And what is the meaning for mingle?
Mingle means it means to associate. So if you're at a party, it means that you would talk to one person for a short time, and then you would move on and speak to someone else. Then you continue to talk to people, different people in the room. Okay, so you don't sit in one corner, but you get up and you socialize. You talk to different people in the room.
Okay, I got you.
Good, very good. Okay, try it one more time, David. One more time fast.
Mingle, yeah, mingle.
Mm-hmm.
Marilyn made maniac monkeys mingle Monday again. Marilyn
Okay.
made maniac monkeys mingle Monday morning while munching marvelous mangoes.
There you go. That's it. Very good. I can definitely hear the improvement in your pronunciation of the word mingle. Good. Excellent job. Okay, Anna, are you ready? It's your turn.
Yeah, my gosh. Okay. Marilyn made maniac monkey go Monday morning while munching marvelous mangoes. Marilyn
Good.
maniac monkey mingle Monday morning while munching marvelous mangoes. Oh my gosh.
Okay, good. All right, that was pretty good. The word that I'd like you to try to repeat again is the word maniac. Maniac.
Maniac.
Good. Good. Okay, listen to it again. Marilyn made maniac monkeys mingle Monday morning while munching marvelous mangoes. Try it one more time for me, Anna.
Okay. Marilyn made maniac monkeys mingle Monday morning while munching marvelous mangoes.
Good. Excellent job. All right, now the M sound is a little bit more challenging.
Yes. Thanks God, we never have to say this word in following the word.
Yes. Well, sometimes these tongue twisters are fun to do when you're with your friends or family that speak English. One thing I notice is that when people try to say tongue twisters, they usually laugh. You
Yeah.
usually laugh when you're saying tongue twisters because you get tongue tied. All right, very good. Excellent job. Okay, now the last thing I would like to try to do before we go is, well, there's actually two more things I'd like to do. All right, it seems like most people like Sundays, okay, because as you mentioned, you rest on Sundays, you eat different foods on Sundays, you move at a slower pace on Sundays. So here's my question to you. David, if you could add more Sundays to the week, how many Sundays would you add?
As many as possible. No, but I think seriously, maybe seriously, when I change Wednesday for a Sunday because I think the week is so long and a rest in the middle of the week could be very good for not have a lot of stress in the normal weekend, the normal week. Sorry.
Okay. Okay, so good. So I'm going to put that sentence here on the board. So I would I would change Wednesday for Sunday. And in that sounds like a good idea. I would love that. What do
Yeah.
you think about that, Anna? Do you think that it would be a good idea to have a rest day in the middle of the week?
Yes, but I'd like to change Sundays by Saturdays. Can I do that?
Yeah, of
Because on
course.
because on Sundays I think is the day the Sunday remember me that the following day is Monday. So it's a day that I am very lazy and I'd like to stay at home one more day. So I'd like to change Sundays by Saturdays.
Okay, good. So you would like to change Saturday for Sundays.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so you're right. For a lot of people, Sunday reminds me that the next day.
Oh, reminds me, not remember me. Reminds
Huh?
me.
There you go. That's right. It reminds me that the next day is Monday and I have to work. Yes. Okay. So you would like to have Monday through Friday and then two Sundays.
Yeah, oh, it's a very, very good idea.
Yeah, I like that. So according to you and David, we would have, so here's what it would look like. It would be Monday, Tuesday, Sunday, then Thursday, let's see, then Thursday, and then Sunday again.
Yeah,
I have Sunday.
So we want at least 3 Sundays a week.
Yeah, at least.
At least 3 Sundays. So that works for me. I could take that. I could definitely take that. All right. So good. All right. Well, let's leave it at that. Let's leave class on a positive note. So 7 days. No, let's see. That's not 7 days anymore. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, still 7 days, but with 3 Sundays. All right, very good. Well, it's been an interesting class. It's nice to sit and chat a little bit about a common topic. And in this class, we've been able to review words. Okay, some comparison words. Okay, so words like slower, faster. We've talked about bigger, and we've also talked about larger. Okay, we've also used prepositions like on Sunday or on Saturday. We've also used expressions like at the end of the week. Okay, we've also used expressions like during the week. Okay, and we've also used possessives. Okay, so for example, I eat lunch at my grandparents'. Okay, so you can see parent and apostrophe S. Okay, so just looking at your sentence structure there, there's a way that you can use a possessive noun, grandparents' house on Sundays. Okay, we also talked about adverbs of frequency. For example, I always wear my Sunday best. Okay, good. So we used always, and we also used an idiom, Sunday best.
Okay.
And we also used another idiom. Okay, so in this case, David said he doesn't drive. Well, he doesn't have a license, so I'm not. Yeah, so that's that driver that drives very slowly and holds up traffic. Okay, and we also used a hypothetical situation. For example, okay, so I would add 2 more Sundays to the week. Okay, that's hypothetical. We know that we can't actually add more Sundays to the week, but it was actually fun to talk about it. Yep. We got a good suggestion to add, to change Wednesday for Sunday and to change Saturday for Sunday. Good, 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 good. All right, well, those are some of the things that we were able to do today. Okay, so please put these expressions, please keep this information in your English grab bag, so the next time you're talking about Sundays or any other day, you can use these expressions. All right, do you have any questions before we end class for today? Anna or David, any questions?
No, I don't have questions.
No, I don't think so, Carissa. Thank you a lot for the class.
You're very welcome. Thank you for coming into class. This was actually one of my first class where I've just had 2 participating students, and to be honest, it's really nice because one thing I got to do is to listen to you both talk a lot, which was very good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Good. Okay, well, please look out for my future classes. Feel free to join me. Also, if you would like to take a personal lesson, just go ahead and book it on Verbaling. Well, it's been a pleasure, and I hope that you have a good rest of the day. Take care and see you both soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.